take a look at the biggest box office bombs of 1997. Need? Ready to think. We'll do box office bombs. Yeah, this could be fun. Nostalgia and one of my favorite topics, which is movies. Older movies, too. This looks like it could be good. And by the way, Chicken Nuggets and Celestial Dragonite, thank you both for the follows. Yes. Let's do this. It's not a long video. It's not long. It'll obviously be longer because of my yapping. But let's take a look, shall we?
1997 was a huge year for Hollywood. Titanic ruled the box office. Men in Black had everyone quoting Will Smith. And Good Will Hunting made us all want to hug Robin Williams. But for every blockbuster, there were a few high-profile releases that didn't just underperform. They sank like a stone. Big budgets, big stars, and big expectations. All met with yawns from critics and tumbleweeds at the ticket booth. Let's look back at the most memorable box office bombs of 1997. Number 10, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Oh, God.
We're trying with it. Is there a little girl in there? Drew?
No, there's no little girls, just big women.
Excuse me?
I mean, normal-sized women. Come on, get
Back.
Yeah, this was, I never even saw Speed 2. And exactly. It was, they tried to capitalize on the name because it had nothing to do with the first movie. Speed 2 had absolutely zero to do with the original movie. It was just shit happens on a boat. And it had Sandra Bullock. And that was like the only comparison to Speed. You didn't have Keanu Reeves, which was the major draw to the franchise in the first place. They got rid of Keanu Reeves. They kept Sandra Bullock, but the concept was like completely different. Oh, it was it wasn't a speedboat. It was a cruise ship. Yo, I know Keanu refused to do it. But it was an actual cruise liner that I think it got taken over by like terrorists or something. So it's like the concept wasn't even the same as the first one. And it bombed because people were wanting to see Speed. No, you're thinking of Money Train, Kendrak. I bet that's what you're thinking. No, actually, no, no, you're either thinking of Money Train or you're thinking of, there was another one, I forget what it was called, but it was like Denzel Washington, Chris Pine. I forget the name of it. I didn't actually see it, but that's probably what you're thinking of with the train. So it was one of those two. Or maybe Under Siege 2. You could have been thinking Under Siege 2. That was also on a train. But this one, it's just, audiences went in expecting a Speed movie, and they probably just got, and I think they just got a generic, Unstoppable. That was what it was. But they just got like a generic terrorist takeover, a clean ship plot, and it was not the same interesting cleverness that was the original Speed.
In 1994, Speed was an adrenaline rush. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, and a bus rigged to explode.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on a bus.
It was a surprise blockbuster, so naturally Hollywood thought, let's do it again. But on a boat, budgeted at a staggering $110 million. Speed 2 replaced Keanu Reeves with Jason Patric, kept Bullock, and swapped the tense city streets for a luxury cruise liner. The villain, well, Willem Dafoe, with a vendetta against the cruise company.
I spent a great many years developing computer systems for these cruise lines, including this baby. And then I got tossed away.
Critics were merciless. Gone was the tight, claustrophobic tension of the first movie. Instead, audiences got a slow-moving ship and action scenes that felt like they were stuck in molasses. The movie crawled to just $164 million worldwide, barely covering its enormous costs after marketing.
And it didn't help that they replaced Keanu Reeves, who had say what you will about Keanu Reeves' acting, but in Speed, he actually emoted. He had the star power. He had the star power at the time to carry the film. And you're replacing him with Jason Patric. Not even Keanu Reeves liked. Sandra Bullock did not have the star power to carry the film. And William Dafoe, on his own as the villain, did not have to have star power to carry it. You needed a good person in the driver's seat of the action hero, and Jason Patric just didn't have that.
It also swept the 1998 Razzies, winning Worst Remake or Sequel, and helping sink the franchise.
I swear I am never leaving the house again.
And for the record, it really ends with the boat crashing into a pier for 5 minutes straight. Number 9, The Postman.
These people don't need dreams, Mr. Postman. They need something real. They need help with the goddamn homeless. Are you?
Yeah, this movie. Oh. This movie, I think, bombed so hard because it was literally all over the fucking place. Like, I don't think it was a bad movie, but it was... No, Anubis. Costner's opus was Dances with Wolves. Dances with Wolves was Costner's opus. He also did The Postman, but Dances with Wolves was 100% his opus. The Postman, the problem was, it was literally all over the place. Oh, it was just all over the damn place. No, this is Kevin Costner, GBP. That's who this is. This is Kevin Costner. And, like, it was unfocused. The movie felt unfocused. And that's where the problem was. You know, it starts off with Costner basically being conscripted to an apocalyptic overlord's army. And I think he manages to escape, and he stumbles across a postman's vehicle to basically take shelter from the winter. And he finds the postman's clothes and bag of undelivered mail. And he ends up finding this town, and... like, amazingly enough, there's mail in this postman's bag that actually can be delivered to people in this apocalyptic town. Figure that the fuck out. That by chance, some of the mail in the postman's truck and in his bag actually was supposed to be delivered to this fucking town, to one of these people here, and he basically turns into the face of being like a revolutionary, and like he actually effectively restarts like the Pony Express. And yeah, it was very convoluted, and the storytelling was very unfocused, and he basically becomes a leader for this town. And when this like warlord's army shows up, he challenges the warlord, and it's just... yeah, very convoluted, very unfocused. It was a movie that was trying to be multiple different things all at the same time. And exactly, Hawk, it didn't know what it wanted to be, and thus the audience couldn't enjoy it. Because if the movie didn't know what it wanted to be, how the hell is the audience supposed to know what it's supposed to be? And it just, yeah, Anubis, it was long. This was like a 3-4 hour movie. This was Kevin Costner trying to do Dances with Wolves again, but the story was not anywhere near as tight and cohesive as Dances with Wolves. And it failed on a spectacular level.
I'm gonna bring them that.
Kevin Costner had just won Oscars for Dances with Wolves, but by 1997 his mail delivery service was returned to sender, based on the 1985 book of the same name by David Brin, who once envisioned Costner in the role during a screening of Field of Dreams. The Postman was a sprawling 3-hour epic that takes place in 2013, where Costner, working double duty as director, plays a drifter who inspires hope by delivering letters.
What about the... oh, yeah.
Tell me something, Ford. How much mail can a dead postman deliver?
It cost around $80 million to make, but critics tore it apart, and audiences stayed home. The film limped in with only $20 million domestic, making it one of the most infamous bombs of the decade. Costner himself later joked about how badly it tanked. For 1997 audiences, this was less special delivery and more, stop sending these. Number 8, Kull the Conqueror.
Oh my god. Yeah. This was Kevin Sorbo's big leap to the silver screen from Hercules. It was his first movie. He was coming off of his Hercules fame, and it was his big jump to the silver screen. And yes, It 100% was a Conan knockoff. Yes, it was. And like they were counting on his star power because at this point, when Kull the Conqueror came out, his name was still big from Hercules. And yes, this was another one of those like it was translated from a book, just like Conan was converted from a book to a movie. Kull the Conqueror was also, but it was absolutely pegged right off the back. And no, Anubis, Kull the Conqueror did not come before Conan. Oh wait. Anubis, are you referring to the books or the films? If you're referring to the books, okay. If you're referring to the films, Conan definitely came up before Kull the Conqueror did in film. If you mean the books, okay, then cool. Okay, you are talking about the books. Okay, that fair on that one. Well, Sandman, it's because it had such an anemic opening. People instantly pegged it as a Conan knockoff, and they made this trade. I'd say when they made this, they were 100% banking on Kevin Sorbo's star power to carry this film to financial heights.
If you were a Hercules or Xena fan in the 90s, you might have thought Kull the Conqueror was right up your alley. Starring Kevin Sorbo in his big screen debut, it tried to be a sword and sorcery blockbuster, but it had the budget and dialogue of a syndicated TV episode.
Stop him! Kill him! Or suffer my wrath! Sacred flame! Protect us!
Oh God, I forgot Tia Carrere was in this. Oh, because I'm pretty sure Cartanis, this thing, is a transformed Tia Carrere. And for some reason, I think he had to kiss her to do something. Yeah, he had to kiss her to win or something like that. But I forgot she was in this. Oh, God. Yeah, and you could tell by the quality, this is like the same quality you'd see in literally Hercules TV, in an episode of Hercules.
Or suffer my wrath! Sacred flame! Protect us from the cold!
With awkward one-liners, plastic-looking sets, and a plot about an undead sorceress trying to reclaim her throne.
I will be invincible!
It quickly found itself battling not orcs, but critics. It made just $6 million against a reported $20 million budget. Today, it's remembered mostly as that movie Kevin Sorbo did, instead of Hercules Season 5. Number 7, The Peacemaker.
Should have taken the money, Hans.
This is your big plan?
Oh, I vaguely remember this one. This was when George Clooney was trying to break out as an action star. Okay, Demonics, that disappointed is... That was from an episode of Hercules when he did that. It was in like an old... It was like a mirror version of Hercules. But yeah, George Clooney was trying to be an action star in this one. And he was... Who was it that he paired with? I forget. Was it... Hang on. Who did he pair with? Who was that? But he's kind of like George Clooney. It's it's hit. No. Oh God, I remember this. Who is it? I'm Tom Cruise's ex-wife. What's her name? Nicole Kidman. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, it was George Clooney and Nicole Kidman, and they were trying to find like nuclear weapons. That's where it was. That they were trying to basically, they were like, I think she was a nuclear physicist or a scientist or something, and he was like, maybe he was CIA or no, he was Army. He was Army. He was like Army CID or maybe it was Special Forces, and they were trying to get a nuclear weapon that was stolen. And it was like a mix of action, and there was like comedy between the two of them. Clooney was like hamming up his boyish good looks and boyish charm, but it was still an action movie.
This is my plan.
Before streaming giants and comic book universes took over, DreamWorks Pictures launched in 1997 with its very first live-action film, The Peacemaker. Starring George Clooney hot off the ER
Yeah,
and
Army.
Nicole
Yeah, Special
Kidman.
Forces.
It was a nuclear bomb thriller about stolen warheads and international espionage. On paper, it had everything. Big stars, globe-trotting action, and the backing of Steven Spielberg's new studio. But critics called it generic, audiences weren't impressed, and its $41 million domestic haul.
Yeah, I mean, Clooney was literally just coming off of ER. I'm pretty sure I think he might have left ER by this point, and he was trying to get into the movies, and he was still a big star. He was still a big star at this point because of ER, and so they were trying to cast him in different roles because they were, this is like a generic, no, not Elliot Gould's ER. Although George Clooney was in that one. He was in that one. But Elliot Gould, okay, well, known fact, before the big TV show ER, there was a smaller comedy show called ER that came out years before and actually starred Elliot Gould of MASH fame as the head doctor, and about halfway through the one season that it had, George Clooney showed up as he showed up and became part of the cast about halfway through. He was like a ward nurse, or not a ward nurse. Anyway, I forget what his job was. I mean, it was just basically like cleaning, cleaning up and assisting people. He was actually in that. He was in that old ER show, and then ironically enough, when the new ER show launched, he was in it, and Elliot Gould was in Chicago Hope, basically the direct ER competitor. So both Elliot Gould and George Clooney were together in a medical. It was primarily a medical comedy, but they did have dramatic moments in it that worked really well. And both of them went on to do big medical shows, ER and Chicago Hope.
Didn't come close to recouping the $50 million budget after marketing.
This was before Batman and Robin, I believe, Hawk.
No, I don't think you're stupid.
It's mostly remembered today as a footnote in Clooney's post-Batman and Robin career. Proof that even when you're saving the world, you can still bomb.
Oh, maybe it was. Wait a minute. He just said it was a footnote post Batman and Robin. Okay, I need to look this up. Hold the fuck up. Hang on. I need to research. I need to research this. Okay, so Batman and Robin came out in 1997. And okay. Oh wait. So they both came out they both came out in 1997. It was the same year. He did both of them. Now, he may have, I suspect he may have made the Peacemaker first and then did Batman and Robin afterwards, but they launched at the same. He wasn't filming at the same time. I suspect he filmed the Peacemaker first, and it got stuck in editing, and then he filmed Batman and Robin after he finished with the Peacemaker, and they both just released at the same time, or in the same year, I should say. They both released in the same year. Batman and Robin came out in June, and Peacemaker. Oh, did it? So Peacemaker came out second. Okay. My suspicion is he filmed Peacemaker first, though. That's my suspicion. I have nothing to base this on other than I suspect. But, yeah.
Batman and Robin career. Proof that even when you're saving the world, you can still bomb. Number 6, Steel.
Oh, no, this one. Oh, God. Oh, this one was bad. Oh, God. This is when Shaq was still trying to be a movie star. This was a Shaq movie that tried to ride off of the popularity of Do you guys remember when Superman, died in comic books? It was the first time ever, there was a huge deal made about it when Doomsday killed Superman. There was a huge deal made about it. They did special editions. They packaged it in, special, funeral-type wrappings that came with, black Superman armbands. And it was a huge fucking deal when Superman, quote-unquote, died the first time. After Superman's death, there were 4 different Supermen that showed up to take that basically appeared to take his place. One was Kid Superman, and another one was Steel, a guy who basically made a suit, kind of Iron Man, and carried around a giant sledgehammer as his weapon. And so they decided to try and capitalize on that, because I think those comics with those characters were still at that popularity. It was before Superman returned to life, basically. And so they decided to make a movie about Steel. The problem is it had absolutely zero connection to the comics. The movie Steel had zero connection to the comic book character of Steel, other than the name and the fact that he wore an armored suit and carried around a sledgehammer. That was literally the only connection to it. Absolutely nothing else in this tied back to the comic book. And it was just schlocky. And people were going into this thinking they're going to get the Steel superhero, and they didn't. Basically, it's like what they got with the first live action Super Mario Brothers. Audiences went in expecting one thing, and they got something completely different, and wasn't good.
In the summer of 1997, Warner Brothers decided to turn a lesser-known DC Comics character into a big-screen hero. The result? Steel, starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Can I have some water, please?
Shaquille O'Neal and Richard motherfucking Roundtree. You put some fucking respect on this man. This man is motherfucking Shaft. You put some goddamn respect on this man. Motherfucker.
Water.
The NBA superstar traded the basketball court for a giant metal suit, and that comically...
Wait, was that? No, okay. For a second, I thought that was Gary Busey. For one moment, I'm like, is that fucking Gary Busey? No, it was not. It was not.
And that comically oversized hammer.
See for yourselves. I'll let my hammer speak for itself.
The plot followed a weapons designer who becomes a vigilante to stop gang violence. Noble in theory, but the execution was clunky.
I'd kiss her sorry crippled ass goodbye. I'm worried about myself.
Yeah, Judd Nelson.
The effects look bargain bin, and Shaquille's acting, well, let's just say it wasn't exactly Oscar-worthy.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal needs to stop acting. He needed to stop acting a long time ago. It was so bad. This is made for TV movie quality. Legit, it was made for TV movie. Shaquille O'Neal's acting is just fucking atrocious. The man can't act. And yes, the man can't rap either. He needs to just stop. He was a okay basketball player. Shaquille O'Neal was not even a good basketball player. He was an okay basketball player that got his fame because he's fucking giant. He went on to be a sports commentator, and now he's part owner of Papa John's. Do that. He needs to stay with that. He needs to stay the fuck away from acting and rapping.
He's gonna green eggs and ham it.
No! Oh. No! Oh, why would you remind me of this set? Why would you do this to me? Ha! Ugh. What year is it? Okay, everyone can blame Seb for knocking me out like that. Seb, it's all your fault. You knocked me out. Did you do wrestling too, Goodman? Oh god, I didn't even think I knew about that. Ugh.
With a $16 million budget, it scraped together just $1.7 million at the box office, making it one of the biggest superhero.
No, Caucasian? You're thinking of Steven Seagal. That's who you're thinking of. Steven Seagal claimed he was like a part-time deputy sheriff or chief of a Louisiana parish. And they even did an A&E show about it. Yes.
Scraped together just $1.7 million at the box office, making it one of the biggest superhero flops of the 90s. Today, it's mostly remembered as a punchline and a reminder that not every comic book character is destined for Marvel-level glory. Number 5, Trial and Error.
Is it too soon to kiss the bride? Yeah, we should.
I haven't seen this one. You got oh God, what is her name? Alicia Silverstone and Kramer. God, I can't remember his name. Fuck, what's his name? Oh my God, I can't remember the actor's name. I just know him as Kramer. Michael Richards. Thank you, GBP. Yeah, Michael Richards and Alicia Silverstone. Huh?
We should wait.
In 1997, Warner Brothers tried to cash in on the comedic chemistry of Michael Richards and Jeff Daniels. The result was Trial and Error, a courtroom comedy about a small town, a con artist, and a very reluctant lawyer.
Because they think that I'm the lawyer now. And that means I have to keep being the lawyer? Well, how the heck am I going to keep being the lawyer?
Oh, yes, Anubis. This is long before his stand-up crash out. His stand-up crash out happened in what? Like the 2010s was his stand-up crash out, I think? So yeah, this was long before that. This was, they cast him off of Seinfeld fame. That's when he was cast in this movie, is because of Seinfeld.
On paper, it had potential. In reality, audiences didn't show up. Despite a budget of $25 million, it earned just $14.6 million worldwide. Critics weren't sold either, calling it uneven and forced.
I'm surprised he got that much.
You won't just get a bad review. You'll ruin my career.
Just get a bad review. These things hurt.
With Richard's signature physical comedy feeling out of place without a laugh track.
Oh, God.
Today, it's mostly remembered as an odd career misstep, sandwiched between the heights of Seinfeld and the end of the 90s comedy boom. Number 4, Fairy Tale, A True Story.
The truth now!
Leave her alone. The fairies are going to come out and kick your butt.
Sure.
What?
In 1997, Paramount Pictures took a gamble on a gentle period drama about the famous Cottingley Fairies photographs. Those early 20th century hoax.
Wait. Bill Nye? Ew, shit! Fucking Bill Nye was in this? And yeah, it does look, well, Garrett, maybe it was straight to VHS. Or maybe it was the only copy they were able to obtain, that, like, for the video. But holy shit!
20th century hoax pictures that convinced some people, including Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, that fairies were real. Fairy Tale, A True Story had lush production design, a respected cast, and a family-friendly PG rating. Unfortunately, it also had zero marketing buzz and faced stiff competition from more exciting kids' movies. With a budget estimated around $14 million, it fluttered into theaters and barely made $14.8 million worldwide. Not enough to break even after marketing and post-production cost. Today, it's remembered more by fairy folklore enthusiasts.
Do I look like someone who believes in fairies?
Than by anyone who actually saw it in theaters. Number 3, Turbulence.
Wait,
you want to negotiate?
No, I don't. I'm going to crash the plane.
Hello. Okay, I don't think I've seen this one, but you've got, what's his name? Oh God, what's his name? Not him. Not, oh my God, what's his name? Yeah, I mean, Ray Liotta, yeah. I mean, of Goodfellas fame, not Ray Liotta. Him, is it Alejandro something? No, shit, what's his name? Hang on, this is gonna bug me, because he's a great actor. what the hell is his name? Hang on, I gotta find this. Hector Elizondo. That's his name, Hector Elizondo. Yeah, I can never remember his name. He's a great actor. Honestly, he's great in everything he did. And then, of course, Ray Liotta. And considering this is 97, my guess is this is Kim coming off of Goodfellas fame, because I'm pretty sure, reasonably sure, that Goodfellas was before this one. Because Goodfellas was mid-90s, wasn't it? Yeah, early 90s, yeah. So, I mean, this was still coming off of Goodfellas fame. Because I don't think he had done too much after Goodfellas before this one. So he was definitely capitalizing on that. And yes, he was from Princess Diaries. He's done Princess Diaries. He's done, Pretty Woman. He's done a lot of movies. And he's a great actor.
Negotiate. No, I don't. I'm going to crash the plane.
Released in early 1997.
And yes, Lauren Hull.
Turbulence
Lauren
tried to blend
Hawley.
action,
Not Lauren Hall. Not Lauren Holhawk. Lauren Foley. Who also great. You would know as Jenny from NCIS, the director. Yeah, at least I think that was her. Hang on. It looked like her for a second. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that was her. Yeah, Lauren Holly. Yeah, she played Director Shepard from NCIS. That's what I know her most from. Although she also was in Dumb and Dumber. Lauren Holly was also in Dumb and Dumber, so you guys might remember her for that. She was the love interest. But I know her as Jenny Shepard from NCIS.
And disaster movie thrills into one high-flying package. Ray Liotta played a dangerous convict being transported on a passenger plane. Lauren Holly was the unlucky flight attendant, stuck trying to survive. And the rest was a mix of mid-air gunfights, screaming, passengers, and increasingly ridiculous set pieces.
Say your prayers.
Unfortunately, critics compared it to a bargain bin Die Hard 2, and audiences weren't much kinder. With a budget of around $55 million, it only brought in $11.5 million worldwide. Despite its box office nosedive, the film somehow spawned 2 direct-to-video sequels, proving that...
Oh my God. Okay, this one I think I know about. I think. The crazy thing is, at least this sequel has nothing to do with the original. I watched I think I'm pretty sure it was Turbulence 3. I saw on So Bad It's Good. The guys from So Bad It's Good actually watched Turbulence 3, and it's incredibly fucked up. I think they tried to mix like magic with terrorism, and it was just really fucking screwy.
While the plane might have gone down financially, the franchise refused to stay grounded. Number 2, The Man Who Knew Too Little.
I guess I got the drop on Dr. Ludmilla Kropotkin. Get that thing away from that little boy's butt.
Bill Murray took center stage in this 1997 spy comedy about a clueless American tourist in London who accidentally stumbles into what he thinks is interactive theater.
I'm sorry. Nobody told me we already started. All right, then. Just go back to give me your money or whatever the heck. Okay.
Just give me the money or I'll cut you.
But is actually a very real international conspiracy. The premise had shades of The Man Who Knew Too Much and plenty of potential for Murray's deadpan humor. Unfortunately, audiences didn't bite. With a budget of $20 million, it earned just $13.8 million worldwide.
It's unfortunate.
Critics were split. Some enjoyed its absurdity, while others felt it was stretched too thin for a feature film. While not the worst in Murray's filmography, it's often overlooked, even by his biggest fans, making it a curious little flop from the late 90s comedy wave.
Yeah, Garrett, I suspect, that you may be right. Like they were trying to ape Spies Like Us, probably mix in with like what someone else, like what you said, Rygat, trying to like mix in Spies Like Us and Mr. Bean, and it just didn't work.
What are you doing?
Well, you gotta check and see, just how dead they are. You can never be sure. A guy could be able to catch this.
Number 1, Metro.
Hello.
How can you be sure the guy won't shoot him?
Yeah. Yeah. Eddie Murphy playing a police negotiator. Yeah, I vaguely remember this one. I think, yeah, this one got, unfortunately, I think it got overshadowed, but people were more, I'm guessing people were more anticipating, like, first and foremost, they probably thought he was going to be Axel Foley, because at this point, he was still known as Axel Foley. And so if he's playing a cop, people want to see Axel Foley. Plus, I think the advertisements for The Negotiator with Samuel Jackson and Kevin Spacey, I'm thinking the advertisements for that were already starting to hit the airwaves, which was basically another Negotiator film. And Sam Jackson and Kevin Spacey probably had more star power than just Eddie Murphy. And plus the writing probably was not, the writing wasn't all that good.
He can't.
Eddie Murphy stepped away from his usual comedic roles in 1997's Metro, playing a San Francisco hostage negotiator caught in a deadly cat-and-mouse game with a dangerous jewel thief. The film mixed bursts of action with Murphy's trademark banter, but it never found the right tone.
I don't even know why I came up here. This is a total waste of my time.
Critics thought it was too jokey for a thriller and too grim for a comedy. With a budget of around $55 million, Metro pulled in only $32 million worldwide, making it a costly misfire for Touchstone Pictures. Today, it's more likely to pop up on late-night cable than in anyone's Eddie Murphy highlight reel. And there you have it, the films of 1997 that Hollywood hoped would be massive hits, but ended up as expensive lessons in what not to do. Some were doomed by bad timing, others by bad reviews, and a few just left audiences scratching their heads. Love them or hate them, they're all part of what makes looking back at movie history so much fun. The hits may pay the bills, but the flops tell the juiciest stories. As always, thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos just like this.
It was fun. You know what? That was fun. Like, it's good to know. It's good to know all of them, but it's fun seeing some of them that maybe you didn't know. And yeah, I like seeing those. I like watching those.